This is going to be the first flight away from the airfield after the UK lockdown 3. Went up for about an hour, just under an hour. Took off at 16:51, and towards the end I got up to 2,700 feet. But went up with Matt. Haven't been up with Matt for ever actually. Matt lives near me, so it was great to fly with him. And it's my launch, just going up as normal. Just doing a buzz past the guys and then waiting for Ed and Matt, and then we go off for a flight towards the Death Star, or the trench as we call it. So here's Ed launching perfectly as always. I don't think I've ever seen Ed fail a launch yet. So yeah, very nicely done, Ed. And there's Matt down there with the red and blue glider. He's just getting ready, warming the engine up. Here he goes. Nice forward launch. Bit of a puff of smoke coming out the back there, so I don't know what that is. And off he goes. So nice launch, no trouble, no drama. Although that bit of smoke, probably just oil in the engine. These two strokes are a bit oily and a bit dirty. So after our little flight down the Death Star, Matt had an engine out, so I didn't unfortunately notice, and before we launched he did say to me, should we go on radios? And I said, oh no, we won't go far, we'll just stick close to the airfield, which we did. We didn't go far at all. But I wish I'd had the radio now, because at this point his engine had failed and he had gone down close to where we were just flying. Of course I didn't notice. I was quite high. I decided to go back to the airfield and just get a bit of altitude and admire the sunset and the views. And I then kind of realised and dawned on me that Matt wasn't around anywhere. So, but it took quite a while to glide back down. I had a buzz around the airfield to see if he was there. Couldn't see him. So I had a look back this way, couldn't see him down there, so decided to go back to the airfield and check my phone and see what had happened. It did occur to me that he may already have landed and packed up, but I didn't see him anywhere, so that was probably not happening either. So anyway, once I landed, I checked my phone and I got a text from him saying that he'd had an engine out. And told me where he was, so I got in the van and went and got him. But we have a chat with the guys, we have a good laugh about it. Which I'll include a little bit of that here.
No? Yeah, that's Giles. I had an engine out, landed safely not full way.
Oh. Right. Matt's had an engine out, Mark, but he doesn't.
My phone can't get a GPS signal. I shouldn't laugh. It could be me one day.
What's a trench?
It was where you last saw me, near the break in the trees you flew between.
You've got ages. You've got half
Alright, so is that the trench?
Well, you got
How do I
half an
get to
hour
that?
after. 6:22.
Right,
I'll give you my bright lights if you're that worried, Ed. Use them as landing lights.
That's just
They
tell
fly
them
in the
to-
dark like
tell
I
them
did
to
the
get
other
to
day.
the
I've only got
Yeah.
enough fuel to last until sunset, so if the sun goes down, I won't come back anyway. And we'll have to find you. We'll walk.
Let us know where you go.
So at this point, I packed up, put all the stuff in the van. Ed flew over to where Matt was and basically circled with his strobe light on. And I just followed Ed, just looked for Ed in the sky, and eventually found Matt. And he was waiting by the side of the road with his wing all packed up, ready for me to go home. So picked him up, put him in the van, put the gear in the van, and we drove home. So all ended okay. Unfortunately, Matt's motor is now dead, and so he needs a new one or a major repair done to it. I think it was the piston or the cylinder head had gone. I'm not quite sure which.